Namaskar, everyone. Today, you are playing a game with me. I would show few quick-fire pictures and you have to utter the first word that comes to your mind. Agreed? Good. So, what's your answer? What? A bit louder? Yes, correct. It's Lanka, or presently Sri Lanka, the extremely beautiful small island nation in the Bay of Bengal, a historically, ethnically, economically, geographically and mythologically connected neighbor of our motherland India. Few weeks earlier, I had an opportunity to visit Colombo, the capital city of Sri Lanka, for just 2.5 days, along with a group of doctors from India to attend a conference. All through our tour, we were guided and girded by a team of few skilled and caring human beings. All of us set out excitedly from different parts of India. And reached Colombo accordingly. My short Colombo documentary starts from here.
Has anybody come to Sri Lanka before? Anybody? Any doctors here? You have been here? Good. As you know, we are just below your country. We are shaped like a mango or an avocado, the shape of our island. We are a tropical island between 5 and 9 degrees and 79 and 82.
The earliest human inhabitants of Sri Lanka were hunter-gatherers in the south. Urban settlements appeared in the 10th century BCE near Anuradhapura. The ancestors of the Sinhalese migrated from northern India around the 5th century BCE. The first text reference of Lanka was found in the Ramayana, 7th to 5th century BC. Also called the Pearl of the Indian Ocean or the Granary of the East, Sri Lanka's geographic location and deep harbors have made it of great strategic importance from the earliest days of the ancient Silk Road trade route to today's so-called Maritime Silk Road, and this attracted the Europeans. The Portuguese arrived in Colombo in 1505, making the beginning of European interest. The Dutch took control of the island in 1658 and the British took over in 1796. The British united the island under one administration in 1833, calling it Ceylon. Ceylon gained independence in 1948, that is, 1 year after India, and became the Democratic Socialist Republic of Sri Lanka in 1972. Like most of the other countries of this world, Sri Lanka also got turmoiled in civil wars, natural disasters like tsunamis, terrorist bombings, and the very recent, much publicized economic collapse of 2022. But like every other time when Sri Lanka survived, this time also the country is readily bouncing back towards normalcy, which was easily palpable from the moment we landed at Bandar Naike International Airport at Colombo. Some of us exchanged currency at airport and few bought local SIM cards also. The ride from airport to Sheraton Hotel at Gaulle Road, Colombo, venue of our stay and conference, took around 1 hour. We straightway proceeded to having lunch, prior to checking in and setting foot inside our allotted rooms. View from my room at 17th floor was absolutely gorgeous. I dragged a chair, took my cameras out and kept looking and capturing video footages. With tall skyscrapers, colorful rooftops of houses, a long view of the busy Gaulle Road, along with flying vehicles, actually looking like small toys. Did I miss anything? Oh my God, the view of the ocean, the long coastal stretch of the Bay of Bengal with its white waves lapping onto the shore. From such a height, everything looked so calm and pleasing to the eyes. Every time I see this scene of ocean waves coming slowly to the shore and receding back again, it teaches me to be patient and to not hurry in life. But I needed to hurry at that moment. Already it was 5 in the afternoon and our first conference session was about to start at 6:30 after prior online registration and high tea. I took a hot shower and went outside, away from the glam of our 5-star hotel, to feel the raw city life down below. ওই দূরে আমাদের হোটেল শেরাটন। আমি এখন কলম্বো রাস্তায় হাঁটছি হোটেল থেকে বেরিয়ে। ইচ্ছে হচ্ছে সমুদ্রের কাছে গিয়ে কিছু ছবি ছাপা তোলা। রাস্তাঘাট খুব পরিষ্কার সুন্দর একেবারে, মানুষজনের সংখ্যা বড্ড কম, সেটাই বোধহয় পরিষ্কার ক্লিনলিনেসের কারণ। সমুদ্রের ধারে গিয়ে ছবি তুলতে চাইছি, অনেকজনকে জিজ্ঞেস করছি, ইংরেজি খুব কমই বোঝে দেখছি, মুখের দিকে তাকিয়ে আছে হা করে। যাক, বহু কষ্ট বুঝিয়ে সুঝিয়ে দেখি এখন কোনখান দিয়ে সমুদ্রের কাছে যাওয়া যায়। এই লাল রঙের বাসগুলো হচ্ছে স্টেট বাস, আর লাল ছাড়া অন্য যে রঙের বাস সেগুলো হচ্ছে সব প্রাইভেট বাস, কিন্তু স্টেট বাস এবং প্রাইভেট বাসের একই ভাড়া। সমুদ্র দেখা যাচ্ছে, অনেক লোকজনও রয়েছে সেখানে। সমুদ্রের কাছে যাওয়ার কোনো উপায় আছে? তাড়াতাড়ি রাস্তা বেরোতে হবে, সবাই দাঁড়িয়ে আছে। Language was a problem. Official languages of Sri Lanka were Sinhala and Tamil, and I knew none of them. Anyway, sign language, some Hindi and some English, saved my day. I crossed few roads, wandered aimlessly, smiled to passer-by people, took a number of street photos and videos, and discovered a crowded railway station. Kolupitiya railway lines run along the coast of Colombo. I walked over to station Kolupitiya, of course without ticket, and shot videos from platform number 2 itself. They have consolidated the sea coast with boulders, rocks, but still don't know whether the rail track would be sustainable or not technically due to erosion and sea waves. But this railway system was so scenic, albeit in a simpler way. While returning to the hotel, I stood at a road intersection. People obeying traffic rules, crossing only via zebra crossings. Traffic guards also helping people to facilitate crossing.
So let's hear it from their leaders.
I could meet Dr. Kakoli Mukherjee, my medical college batchmate, after a span of more than 30 years in the conference at Emerald Hall, which went quite well into the evening, leading to the dinner at Colombo Kitchen on the first floor. Following a sumptuous feast of foods, I retired to my room for the night. After an exhaustive day of flight journey, immigration and activities, I was only longing for a quick jump to the bed. But once again, that view from my room forced me to remain stuck beside the glass wall and grab my cameras back. Darkness of the night, mixed with glowing lights of the skyscrapers, bright streams of headlights down below, created an environment of visual delight. I changed to a high aperture wide-angle lens and could also trace the white surf of the advancing ocean waves, which fully complemented the dreamy scene. I got up from bed early at 6:14 am. Serenity of the dawn and light drizzle outside made the same scene much more pleasant. How time of the day, color and state of the atmosphere change our perception, and we see the way nature shows us. It seemed that I could just spend the whole day sitting with my cameras beside that glass wall panel. But that was not to be. An automated Sheraton hotel wake-up call at 7:15 am brought me back to reality. It was going to be a very hectic day with 3 back-to-back seminar lectures and, more importantly, a guided Colombo city tour starting after lunch at 2 p.m. arranged by our organizers. Of the 3 lectures, one was to be delivered by my batchmate's son. Sitting beside me, my friend Kakoli became emotional, thinking loudly that how time flied and the baton of life changed hands from us to our children. Our hotel had a pool on the 6th floor, and I went to explore the ambience of it. Lunch at the rooftop restaurant was of special mention due to its location at 21st floor. City tour started on a very spacious AC bus with a proud Sri Lankan guide who narrated salient infos about the country and the capital.
Now we are going towards the Gaulle Face Green,
এদিকে তাকিয়ে একটু রেসপন্স দিস
special for another reason. So likewise, so from, when you take the zone number,
The city of Colombo is a mix of modern high-rises and old Victorian or European style architecture. Our guide also pointed to us those areas of Colombo which were grabbed by China on the pretext of loan and development that ultimately led to Sri Lanka's economic bankruptcy.
a very long stretch, there all the Sri Lankans come and enjoy.
With gratefulness and thanks in his expression,
That means
he also mentioned the role of government of my country India in tiding off those days of emergency and unrest during that economic collapse.
Colombo Harbour,
We saw Presidential Palace,
clock tower
Gaulle Face,
with these buildings,
branches of Indian banks like SBI, HDFC, ICICI,
You can see the sky.
and big hotels of Indian brands like ITC, the Taj, etc.
Mammal and largest land mammal can be seen within 1 day.
সাহেবের মুখে পাই
The Lotus Tower, the highest tower of Asia. Hey,
Our first get down from bus was at Lotus Tower. It's a 351.5 meter tall tower located in Colombo and is a symbolic landmark of Sri Lanka. Lotus Tower is the tallest self-supported structure in South Asia, inspired by the lotus flower, symbolizes purity within Sri Lankan culture and was also said to symbolize the country's flourishing development then. We climbed to the 29th floor observation area by a high-speed lift and watched 360-degree astonishing views of the Beira Lake and surrounding Colombo areas down below.
of the Lotus Tower.
তুমি বাংলায় বলো না কি বলেছিস কায়দা করতে
Lotus Tower's main revenue sources are tourism and antenna leasing. It functions as a radio and television broadcasting antenna for 50 television services, 35 FM radio stations, and 20 telecommunication service providers, and houses a variety of tourist attractions. Gangaramaya temple was the next stop. It is one of the most important temples in Colombo, being a mix of modern architecture and cultural essence. It was completed in the late 19th century. Very interestingly, statue of Lord Ganesha was the first idol to be seen. Today, Gangaramaya serves as a place of Buddhist worship and a learning center, and is also involved in Buddhist welfare work, including old people's homes, a vocational school, and an orphanage. What surprised me was the array of more than hundreds of sitting Buddhas, each exuding wisdom and tranquility. I upped my camera's ISO to 3200 or 6400 and didn't use any flash to shoot photos or videos. Inhaling the atmosphere and taking in all the details, I spent over half an hour in the temple, but it was too little a time to realize the enormity of it. Independence Memorial Hall, also known as Independence Square, is a national monument in Sri Lanka built for commemoration of the independence of Sri Lanka from the British rule. Located at the head of the monument is the statue of the first Prime Minister of the country, Stephen Senanayake, the father of the nation. It is akin to our Red Fort, and most of the annual National Independence Day celebrations are held here. We also went to a shopping mall and bought some dress materials, house decor items, and Sri Lanka souvenirs for our families and friends. Sri Lanka is famous for semi-precious gems and stones like Ceylon Star Sapphire, Yellow Sapphire, Blue Sapphire, Tourmaline, Zircon, etc. And few of our group members, including Kakoli, bought some. 1 INR equaled to around 3.4 Sri Lankan rupees, but prices of mall items were relatively lesser than our Indian markets. A gala cocktail dinner at an old heritage hotel. The location of Mount Lavinia Hotel was wonderful, right at the coast of the ocean. It was a colonial period heritage hotel with ample space, framed photos of colonial lords, and fitting decor. We filled our bellies, absorbed the nighttime ambience, and returned back to Sheraton Hotel at around 11 p.m. after a bit of enjoyable comedy of errors regarding luggage in the return bus journey. We would return to our homeland the next day after breakfast.
ওয়েটিং সবাই আমরা সেটা তুলে নিই বোর হচ্ছে ওয়েটিং সোমনাথের দিকে তাকাও
While reaching Colombo airport, another Sri Lankan guide showed some more landmarks including the Negombo Lagoon and finally thanked us for coming to his country.
Even a longer tour, you have lot more things to do.
As Colombo had no direct flight, we had to depart for Kolkata via layover at Chennai. As our plane got off to the night sky of Chennai, and proceeded towards the city lights of Kolkata, every one of us probably silently vowed within that it was not at all enough, and we would visit Sri Lanka with our families to explore this travel paradise in detail soon again. Namaskar.
Patalena, Ruanari, Manahari, Sukumali, Numbatama, Italanga Madavatena, Guru Pemaka Patalena.